All right, Unit 5, Lesson 2. Okay, skills maintenance is on page 192. Go ahead, pause the video, and work on that page. All right, so in skills maintenance today, evaluating the expressions using your order of operations. Okay, so remember PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplying, dividing, adding, subtracting, where multiplying, dividing are grouped together, as well as adding and subtracting. So again, working from left to right, you're going to look for, in our case right here, multiplying and dividing. Okay, so when I say 16 divided by 4, I need to do that right away because we have to work with multiplication division first from left to right up to this point. Okay, so 16 divided by 4, we're going to get 4, and we're just going to rewrite the times 3 divided by 6. Then from there, reading it again from left to right, 4 times 3, multiplication came up, so we need to work that. 4 times 3, we get 12. Rewriting that divided by 6, all we're left is with two numbers now, 12 divided by 6, which we will get 2. All right, for number 2, I'm noticing I see subtracting, adding, subtracting. Okay, no multiplication, no division, so we can go to that second level of thinking with adding and subtracting, and again, working from left to right. So 20 minus 16, we're going to get 4 there, and rewriting the plus 30 minus 14. Okay, so again, left to right, 4 plus 30, I need to do that. 34 minus 14, which will give us 20. Finally, number 3, okay, adding, multiplying, subtracting. Again, first level of thinking up to this point is our multiplying, so I need to do the 7 times 4 first. Just rewriting the 5 plus 7 times 4, we're going to get 28 minus 7. Okay, all that's left is adding and subtracting, so working from left to right. 5 plus 28, we're going to get 33 minus that 7, which will give us 26. Okay, so that is evaluating numeric expressions using PEMDAS in our order of operations. Now today, we're going to go one step further with our PEMDAS and our order of operations, and we're going to add parentheses. Because if you remember, PEMDAS, okay, again, multiplying, dividing is grouped together, adding, subtracting is grouped together, but the actual first thing we need to worry about is parentheses. So we're going to add that order of operations into what we will be doing today. Okay, later on we'll add exponents, but the first thing we need to worry about moving forward now is parentheses. Okay, so for the first example, okay, we got 12 minus 4 times the parentheses 3 plus 5 divided by 4. Okay, so in this case, we see a parentheses. Anytime you see a parentheses, that is the first thing you need to worry about. So in this case, we need to do the 3 plus 5. So from there, we're going to get 12 minus 4 times that 3 plus 5, which will give us 8 divided by 4. Now we don't have any more parentheses. Okay, we would then move to exponents, which we're not worrying about right now. So then we move to multiplying and dividing. Okay, so I'm going to read this, what we have now from left to right, 12 minus 4. No multiplying or dividing. 4 times 8. There we are multiplying. So 12 minus that 4 times 8, which will give us 32, divided by 4. Okay, 12 minus 32. Okay, not multiplying or dividing. 32 divided by 4, meaning I have to do that first. So then we got 12 minus that 8. Okay, and then finally 12 minus 8, we will get 4. Okay, again, if you do not follow these order of operations, the chances of you getting it wrong are very likely. So make sure you follow the rules of PEMDAS. Okay, for the next one, now we have 2 sets of parentheses. Okay, the one nice thing about the parentheses, you can go ahead and you can just work both of them out at the same time. Okay, 4 times 3, I'm going to get 12, plus 12, divided by that next parentheses, which we'll get 1. Now that I have this line, okay, 12 plus 12, okay, and then 12 divided by 1. I have to take care of the division first. So then 12 plus 12 divided by 1, which is 12. Then finally 12 plus 12, we're going to get 24. Okay, so that is what we should get when we evaluate that expression. Okay, so apply skills, page 193. Go ahead, pause the video, and work on that page. All right, so for this one, again, evaluating these expressions, parentheses always comes first. So we can take care, and we have 2 parentheses, so I can just go ahead and do those both right away. 4 plus 3, I get 7. The operation between those two is multiplication. 2 plus 6, I get 8. Okay, so then 7 times 8, we get 56. And that is done for that one. For number 2 then, we have a parenthesis, so we have to take care of that first. Rewriting that 25, divided by that 2 plus 3, which we get 5, times 9. Now I see division and multiplication, so since that's the only thing left, I'm just going to work from left to right. 25 divided by 5, I will get 5, times 9, and 5 times 9 is 45. Okay, so 45 is the answer for number 2. Number 3, we got 2 sets of parentheses, so let's take care of those first. We got 3 plus 7 and 10 minus 6. So 2 times that 3 plus 7, which will get 10, divided by that 10 minus 6, which will give us 4. Okay, so we got multiplication and division left. And since that's all that's left, we're going to work from left to right. So 2 times 10, we get 20, divided by 4, which will simplify to 5. Okay, number 4. Got, again, 2 sets of parentheses, so I'm going to take care of those first. Just rewriting that 56 divided by 8 minus 1, which will get 7, times 4 plus 2, which will give us 6. Okay, again, division and multiplication left, so we're just going to work from left to right. 56 divided by 7, we'll get 8 times 6. 8 times 6, 48. So that is our answer when we evaluate that expression. All right, so that was apply skills. As for problem solving activity, okay, we will sort and classify shapes based on their attributes. So if you remember, we had bases, we had faces, edges. Okay, those are all attributes to a 3-dimensional shape. Now, the 2 types of 3-dimensional shapes that we're going to look at are cylinder, prisms, and cubes, okay, and cones and pyramids. Now, what you're going to notice with the cylinder, prisms, and cubes is that they have 2 bases. Okay, 2 bases that are, okay, on top and bottom and are parallel to each other. Okay, so that is what makes a cylinder, prism, or cube, that they have those 2 bases. Okay, and they are congruent. They are the same exact size. Okay, as for the cones and cylinders, what you're going to notice is that they have 1 base, and they actually come to a point. Okay, and that point is what we call a vertex. So if you look here, it has 1 base, and it comes to a single point. Same thing with the triangular prism pyramid here. Okay, base, vertex, base, vertex. That's what we call a cone or a pyramid. Those are all pyramids. Okay, a cone is where the base is a circle, but then it comes to a point like a vertex. Okay, and again, with those cylinders, prisms, and cubes, okay, they all have the 2 of the same bases. Okay, 2 triangles, 2 squares, okay, again a square, and a pentagon. Okay, so for a problem solving activity, select 3 shapes from each set and classify them based on a common attribute, something they are all have in common. Be sure to use the letter label and to identify the shapes you are comparing. Okay, so when I look at number 1, okay, I see 3 shapes in there that all come to a point, B, C, and D. Okay, all B, C, and D all have 1 base, and a vertex. And again, when they have 1 base and 1 vertex, it's either going to be a cone or a pyramid. Okay, C is a cone, where B and D are both pyramids. All right, as for number 2, okay, if we go with that same idea we had above, okay, G and I both have 1 base and a point, but again, we're looking for 3 that are in common. So I'm looking at F, H, and J. Okay, F, H, and J all have 2 bases. Okay, so there we're looking at prisms. Okay, so those all, well, in the one we have a special case of a cube and an H there, but again, it still has two of the same bases. All right, so that is Unit 5, Lesson 2. Your homework for this lesson, Lesson 2, okay, which is just the one page. Okay, so make sure you are choosing the correct value. So evaluate that numeric expression. Same thing with number 2. Multiple choice for activity 3 there, and then make sure we are doing our distributive practice. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know. Otherwise, have a good day.